Solquest Retreat. Lisa and I want to share the Solquest story with you, so come on along as we present just some of the highlights from our first year. In 2022, we felt drawn from the state we knew well to a place where we'd never been. We left the comfort of Minnesota for the heat of Arizona. We weren't completely sure what lay ahead, but we knew it would be an adventure that would change our lives. We knew nothing about the desert, never seen a saguaro, never experienced a monsoon, and we'd never seen a tarantula in the wild. All of that changed quickly.
Well, we finally closed on our house here in Arizona, and this is day, 2 or 3 that we've owned it officially. This is the view across the street from us. You can hear the roosters talking back and forth across the road. And we've actually got someone here already who's going to be removing all of this brush. So take note if you're curious of what we're doing here. This is phase 1. Here's the for sale sign. And we've got somebody here pulling out the shrubs. But we've got a great view. Mountains all the way around there in the distance. Across the street. And all the way around. It's pretty sweet.
To be accurate, we lived near Tucson, out in the country, in the Sonoran Desert. There was so much cholla and creosote in the yard that you couldn't see the house from the road. The cholla is pretty in its own way, but be careful. Those needles are sharp. We had a vision for the property. We knew we wanted it to be a retreat center, and we knew we wanted to build a labyrinth. So we had to get rid of all that cholla and creosote. We had people come in and work at it and pull all the stuff out. There was so much to do. But soon the ground was clear and we had room to build a labyrinth, which turned out to be almost 40 feet in diameter. Marked it out and then went out into the desert to pick up buckets of rocks. It was a labor of love. We did it because we knew the power of a labyrinth and we wanted to share it. There's a lot to see and do around Tucson, and we were eager to explore. Thankfully, we had some great friends who were happy to share the adventures. One place we loved and visited often was the Saguaro National Park. There's 2 sides to the park, the west side and the east side. Solquest was located near the east side. Saguaro National Park East is about 92,000 acres of land in the Rincon Mountain District. There's an 8-mile driving loop with many places to pull off and take in the majestic views. A couple places are prime spots to watch the fabulous Arizona sunsets. We've had a lot of visitors come to Solquest Retreat. Any visitor that's had the time, we either encourage them to go over to the Saguaro National Park or we take them there ourselves. We love going there, and when we can, we watch the sunsets. Pull over to Javelina Rocks. That's our favorite place to watch the sunset. Another one of our favorite places to visit is the Xavier del Bac Mission. It's also called the White Dove of the Desert. Located on Tohono O'odham land, this mission is the oldest intact European structure in Arizona. It was founded in 1692. Construction of the current building began in 1783 and was finished in 1797. It's truly a sacred place with incredible decor. About 200,000 visitors a year visit this very spectacular site. We highly recommend a visit to this mission. The mission was created to serve the needs of the local community, and it still does today. People come from all over the country and around the world to visit this holy place. Everyone is welcome to attend the masses and special celebrations. The church does fill up rapidly. There may be standing room only. As we experienced the desert, we were amazed at all that it had to offer. There was way more color than we ever expected. Cactus blossoms in reds, oranges, yellows, purples, much more green than we ever thought was possible here. Lisa's passion for color continued to expand. She found inspiration in our new home and soon created artwork based on that influence. It didn't take long until Solquest had visitors.
Good morning from Solquest Retreat in Vail, Arizona on the east side of Tucson. This is our 40-foot classical labyrinth. Today we're having visitors from out of state, and I've prepared the labyrinth for them with oranges in the center, fresh from Arizona off the trees, as a symbol of prosperity, abundance, and good health in the new year, and prayer flags I was gifted at Christmas from a dear friend, up ready for new visitors from out of state visiting Solquest Retreat. We're ready for you in the gentle breeze of Vail, a place of peace in the desert. Come visit.
Solquest Retreat held many events our first year. One of the most fun events was the Disco in the Desert. We had awesome decorations from a local vendor, which provided a great backdrop for photos. There were prizes for the best disco outfits, and we were not disappointed as people dressed up in their 70s clothes. There was a desert yoga session, psychic reading, and the main attraction, a dance with music provided by DJ Mark Haugen from St. Paul, Minnesota. We plan to do this again. Maybe you can join us next time. Arizona is a beautiful place. Sunrises and sunsets are dazzling displays of color. It's truly awe-inspiring. We created Solquest Retreat to be a place of peace in the desert. We've had a lot of visitors, and they've all told us that it is a special place.